Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. So please, if you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me. Hello. If you can hear me, please let me know that you can hear me. Okay, I think you can hear me. So hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well today, right? I can see a number of comments already. Um, yeah. So I'm waiting for feedback. Please, can you hear me, or am I talking to myself? So please let me know if you can hear me. You could just let me know in the chat that you can hear me. So can you hear me? Yeah. So we're going to go ahead, right? We're going to go ahead. Thank you very much for the responses. Um, I'm going to say hello to those who are joining us here. Please, if you're here, just let me know in the chat that you're around. You can say hello, you can say hi. And so I'm just going to say hello to a few people. Hello to Namara Caroline. Namara Caroline says she's from Uganda. Interesting. Hello, Isaac Otikiro. Isaac Otikiro says he's from Uganda. Fiona Adao says, well, I don't know if it's a he or she from Uganda, right? Yeah, so let me know if you're around here. You could just, let me know if you can hear me, just so I make sure that I'm not talking to myself, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead. So, of course, I'm sure some of you know me already. My name is Simplicity, and I'll be your facilitator for today's session, right? And today we're going to be looking at a very interesting topic. Very interesting topic. We're going to be looking at you know, digital marketing, right? Creating your your digital marketing strategy, right? That's what we're going to be looking at today, right? And of course, this is a very very important topic, because actually there are many people who go online, that face challenges and challenges simply because they don't have a definite strategy. I mean, if you don't have a well-defined strategy, it's impossible for you to succeed online. Literally impossible, right? So you want to make sure that before you engage on your online journey, you have a definite strategy, and that's why in the previous lesson that we had, that's why in the previous lesson that we had, we were looking at on how to build a digital marketing plan, because most times a strategy always comes from a plan, right? Most times you need to have a plan, and then from your plan you draw a strategy. Like sometimes when people come to me and they tell me, well, they don't know how to make their Facebook page, to succeed, or how to make their, YouTube or whatever. When they tell me they don't know how to make it work, I always ask them a simple question: how? What is your plan for this month? What's your plan for this month? What's your plan for next month? or what do you want to achieve this month? Because a lot of times people just go on social media, they create content, post content without a definite objective. And it always starts with a plan. How much money do I want to make this month? If I want to have followers, how many of them do I want to have? Because the energy I have to put in to have 1,000 followers is different from the energy I have to put in to have 10,000 followers, different from the strategy I have to put in to have 20,000 followers. So it always comes from a plan, right? And then that's why in the previous class we saw how you could draft a plan. And then now that you're able to draft a digital marketing plan, we're now going to look at how you can develop your strategy. And like we said, a strategy always comes from a plan. So today we're going to be looking at three main things. What is digital marketing? Well, sometimes we have to define it over and over again. And then we look at the digital marketing channels. What are the different ways you could sell yourself online, right? What are the different ways you could get customers online? And then finally, we're going to be looking at how to build a digital marketing strategy. These are the three things we're going to be looking at today. What is digital marketing? What are digital marketing channels? And how do you build a digital marketing strategy, right? So let's start with introduction on digital marketing. What is digital marketing? Basically, digital marketing is, like I always say, it's just marketing, right? Digital marketing is really just marketing. It's the marketing that the marketing that you've probably studied, the marketing that you already have an idea about. That's what digital marketing is, right? Just that this time, digital marketing is basically using online platforms and tools, to get customers. So this time you may not always need to have a physical store. Well, not that you would not need to have it. You may not need to have it. You may not need to have, to comply with regulations that come with along with, the formal or the traditional digital marketing, right? But this time we are looking at online tools and channels. How you can make money online, how you can get customers online, right? So that's basically what digital marketing strategy is. And of course, we could look at some statistics, some digital marketing statistics, for example. Of course, these are statistics that date to 2019, or rather 2019, right? So as of 2019, we had 747 million SIM connections exit in Africa, as a whole. And well, I'm sure by now this number must have doubled and even tripled, right? We had 70 to 80% of Nigerians and Kenyans who owned a smartphone. That's as of 2019. And then we had 65% of active mobile phone users who shop online in Nigeria. And again, these are statistics dating since 2019. By now, probably they have doubled or tripled, And uh, it's interesting to know that people today don't just go online to have fun like it used to be. People don't just go online to post pictures. This time they go online because they want to buy. And so, of course, if you're not online, you're losing on a lot. And when it comes to digital marketing, it's always very important, to notify that most times you're going to make 80% of your sales, from 20% of your audience. It's very important to precise that. Sometimes you will have a prospect list of over, 100 people, and then less than 20 people are actually end up going to buy, right? Or 20% of them. And so you have to know how to focus on these 20%, so that you can leverage on them to get even more customers, right? So this is very, very important. Most times when you do marketing, I mean, I've done that a lot of times. You could have a prospect list of 500 people, and Out of those 500 people, you have just less than, you know, less than 50 people who actually end up buying your products. So it's very important to have that statistic behind the head, so that you don't, get frustrated along the way. And of course, let's look at some importance of digital marketing strategy. A digital marketing strategy will help you with direction, right, and your goals. Like I tell people, you don't just go online and create content. You have to define goals. You have to ask yourself, how much money do I want to make this month? Do I want to make, $1,000 this month? And of course, if I want to make $1,000 this month, what are the strategies that I have to put in place in order to achieve that? Basically, that's it. Know, a digital marketing strategy will help you to define specific goals. It will help you to understand your audience, and understanding your audience is so important in digital marketing, right? Understanding your audience is so important. It's so important in digital marketing, really, because if you don't understand your audience, you will not be able to speak to their emotions. Anybody you don't understand, you will not be able to speak to the person. If you don't know the challenges I'm going through, you're not going to be able to help me in any way. Oh, I'm told that my sound is cracking. I'm very sorry for my sound cracking. I don't know if I hope I'm able to handle that. I guess it's internet or probably network instability. Yeah, I hope I'm able to solve that. Let me see if there is anything I can do about it. Yeah, let me see. Okay, okay. Let me see. Let me see if there is anything I could do. So, hello. I hope it will be better now. Can you hear me? I hope it will be better now. Uh, okay. Well, I'm not sure if there is anything I'll be able to do. Uh, Trying to see if there is anything I could do about the sound. Guess it's network or so. Yeah. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead. Hopefully, I'm able to sort it out. Yeah. Yeah. So, um, basically, I was explaining that yeah. Basically, I was explaining that digital marketing strategy will help you in many ways, right? It will help you to understand your audience, and I was saying that you will not be able to uh, communicate to an audience you don't understand, right? So you may have to study audience, define them first, then study them, understand their pains, their frustrations, their dreams, their aspirations. This That's the only way you'll be able to communicate with them. And of course, online marketing is really all about communication. So another stuff a digital marketing strategy will help you is to optimize your resources, right? You're not just going to spend money randomly, or you're not just going to spend money abruptly, right? You're going to spend, you're going to have a well-defined financial plan, right? You will not wake up today and say, oh, let me spend this amount on ad, oh, let me spend this amount. No, 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 no. That's not how you're going to do it, right? You're going to have a well-defined plan, right? And also, a digital marketing strategy will help you stay competitive, because you have to remember that you're not the first to be online, right? The goods you're selling, you're not the first to sell them. Many people have sold them ahead of you or before you, and so you're most likely, have to, you most likely have to uh, define a strategy, of course, that will differentiate you from other people, and that will make you, unique, right? Very important. So, uh, I'm sure you've probably answered this question already, but I would love that you answer again. So I'd like to know whether your business is online and what you've gained from your business online, right? So I would like to know that. I would like to know whether your business has been online and what you've been able to gain from it. And of course, be honest, right? If you've not been able to gain anything, you could also let me know that you've not been able to gain anything, because that's why we are here, right? So I want to know whether your business has been online and whether you've been able to gain anything from your business being online, right? So you could let me know that in the chat. So there are many advantages of being online, as we've seen. You can have access to more customers globally. If you're online, you're not limited just to selling in your country, right? You're not limited just to selling in your country. You're not limited just to selling in your city. You can sell in many other countries, using content and using targeted adverts, right? Yeah, so you can know more about your customers. And this is one of the beautiful advantages of being online, because if you're online, for example, you can know the number of people that visit your website. You can know at what time they visited your website. You can know who visited your website. Interesting, right? You can know what they do when they visit your website. There are tools you can use to know that. You can also know who are the kind of people that follow you on social media, where they come from, what their age looks like, what their interest looks like, who they are. You can know all of that in your insight, right? You can even know the moment when people are most active on your social media. You can know that, right, by just looking at your insight. I mean, if you know the moment when people are most active online, you want to post more at those kind of moments. You see, and when you post more at those kind of moments, you're going to have quick early engagement. And usually posts that have early engagements, tend to reach out to a higher number of people, right? So these are some of the important stuff. You can get data and insight via your social media analytics, and I think we'll have a whole session on using your on getting data and insight, right? We're going to have a whole session on that, because you can have data via your social media insights. You can have data via your Google Analytics, and that's the data for your website. Google Analytics and Google Search Console, right? You can have a lot, right? So let's go ahead. It will help you to build your audience profile, right? Building your audience profile will allow you to know exactly who are those who follow you, right? You can know them, you can know their name, you can know their age, you can know where they are following from, you can have a lot of information, really. You can have really a lot of information, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead. And also, it can help you, being online can help people, people can recommend you, for example, people can give reviews. That's why we always advise that if you sell a product to a particular customer and that customer is satisfied, don't let the customer go, right? Always make sure that you, you tell the customer, hey, come and give me a review. The person can give you a review online, on your social media page, on your Google My Profile, you know, page. The person can really just give you a review. It's not advisable to allow satisfied customers to go, right? Yeah, so we've come to the first pause of our questions, and we have literally less than uh, 30 minutes remaining, and well, less than 40 minutes rather remaining. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the chat. While waiting, I hope I'm able to, solve the sound issue, right? Yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. If you don't have, we're going to, go ahead, right? If you don't have any questions. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's look at some digital marketing channels, right? What are the digital marketing channels that you can use, right? What are the digital marketing channels that you can use, to sell your business, right? So let's look at some of them. Um, let's look at the first one, search engine optimization. Uh, well, there are many digital marketing channels that you can use, and of course, search engine optimization is one of them. So basically, search engine optimization is trying to rank on the Google's first page, right? Most times I'll take for example, if I want to buy a product online, what I'll do is that sometimes I'll just go and type it on the Google search bar, right? And when I type it, I'm going to notice that there are so many websites that are trying to sell shoes to me, right? So what I can do is the whole idea of search engine optimization is to appear on the first page, right? Such that when people are looking for services related to yours on Google, your website will appear. That's the whole idea of search engine, optimization. And of course, there is what we call search engine optimization, and there's what we call search engine marketing. Search engine optimization most times is free, while search engine marketing is paid, right? Search engine optimization is free and it takes time, while search engine marketing is paid. And for you to do search engine optimization, you have to log into ads.google.com, because search engine optimization is actually done, or search engine marketing is actually done using, Google adverts. So usually you have to log into ads.google.com. So another channel we have is social media marketing. Social media marketing is, well, I think the one which many people are more familiar with: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Threads, and just many other social media platforms, right? Basically using these platforms to communicate, right? So we have other channels like the display marketing. So the display marketing, basically, I don't know if sometimes you've gone to YouTube and you're listening to a video on YouTube, for example, and you notice like an interruption, like while you're listening to a YouTube video and catching some fun, right? It's like another video came and interrupted the video that you were listening to. That's what we usually call display marketing, right? Sometimes you're going to just go visit some website and you see some ads trying to distract you. That's what we call display marketing. So display marketing is basically Google uh, leveraging, third-party websites, with high traffic, sending your advert to websites that have high traffic. For example, a website can have over 2 million visitors per day, and so Google may send your ad there, hoping that as those people visit those websites, they will see your ad and you'll be able to click on your ad, right? Another channel we have is email marketing. Basically, email marketing is, of course, marketing via email, right? Trying to build an email list and reaching out to people via email. And of course, today, like we always say, sending out one email is very easy. Sending out two emails is very easy. But imagine you have to send out 500 emails, right? In one day. Imagine you have to send out 10,000 emails in a day, right? You are now obliged to use some tools, right? Some tools like Weber, like the MailChimp, like the Constant Contact, which you can use to reach out to thousands of people at the same time, right? That's the whole idea of email marketing, right? And then we have content marketing. Content marketing is, well, literally the backbone of digital marketing, right? Because no matter the kind of, or no matter the aspect in which you are in digital marketing, you must do content, right? Whether you're doing email marketing, whether you're doing display marketing, whether you're doing social media marketing, content marketing cuts across all the channels of digital marketing. And the whole idea of content is to build awareness, right? To create content that will build awareness about your products or your services, right? And that's very, very important to note, right? So let's talk about search engine optimization. Or search engine marketing, right? And we said that search engine marketing is paid, right? And it takes lesser amount of time. If you're doing search engine marketing, you can rank to the first page almost immediately. Whereas if you're doing search engine optimization, it will take you 6 months to 1 year to even start seeing results. And well, if you notice that, for example, if you go on your Google and you type camping equipment, just like it is on your, oh, sorry, uh, I was muted, right? So I was basically explaining the difference between shopping ads, uh, you know, paid ads, and organic, search listings. I was saying that shopping ads is the most expensive kind of advert. Then we have paid ads. How you recognize them is that under you're going to see sponsored, right? And then the organic search listing, which is usually done from manual search engine optimization, right? Yeah. Uh, so basically, let's look at getting started with search engine optimization, right? For you to, again, if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat, because we're going to have another pause for questions where I'm going to be answering questions, right? So the first thing you want to do for search engine optimization is to sign up to the Google Search Console, right? To sign up to the Google Search Console. And um, signing up for the Google Search Console, the link is going to be sent in the chat, right? Udemy is going to drop the link for the Google Search Console. You can sign up to that. You can start uploading content, uploading your content on the on Google, and then you can help users understand your content. So usually the journey for search engine optimization starts on the Google Search Console, right? So the link is going to be dropped, where you can start your journey of search engine, optimization. Then let's look at search engine optimization success tips. Now, for you to do search engine optimization successfully, there are a number of things you have to do. One of them is that you have to run your keyword research, right? You have to run your keyword research, and to be able to explain keyword research in very simple terms, keyword research is simply trying to understand the search intent of your audience, right? The search intent of your audience. It's basically you trying to find out what people search most, right? What are the things that people search the most? That's the whole point of keyword research. What are the things that people search the most? Because if you know what people search most, you'll be able to write around the things that people search most, and so you'll be able to have more results, right? And of course, after doing your keyword research, there are tools that you can use to do your keyword research, like SEMrush, like the Google Keyword Planner, or like the Google Trends. Those are tools you can use, to do your keyword research. The Google Keyword Planner is actually a part of the Google Ads, right? Part of the Google Ads. So most times you just have to head on to ads.google.com. So the next thing you want to do is, after your keyword research, is to create useful content. So when you've gathered your keywords together, you now have to turn them into content, right? Turn them into a particular text, an article that you want to write, and publish, right? And also, you have to make sure that your web page is friendly, right? Sometimes you visit some websites and it takes you a lot of time to find the information that you want. That's not very good. That's really, really not good. You want to make sure that when people come to your website, it's well organized, it's user friendly, they can find the information that they need early enough, right? That's very, very important. Yeah, I'm really, really so sorry for the internet issues. I'm having a lot of instability here. I guess that's why the volume is not good. I guess that's why the sound is cracking. I guess that's why I keep going in and out, right? Yeah, so let's look at leveraging the Google My Business profile. Now, the Google My Business profile is very, very important, especially if you don't have a website. Because if you don't have a website, you can still run your Google ads, using the Google My Business profile. And we're going to have a whole session on the Google My Business profile, right? Because it's very, very important, and it will help you a lot, especially at the level of local search engine optimization, right? Google My Business profile will permit people in your quarter or in your city to know more about you, and that's very, very important, right? So let's look at search engine optimization versus search engine marketing. We said search engine optimization is free, search engine marketing is paid, right? Search engine optimization, you optimize for keywords. Search engine marketing, you pay or you bid for keywords. And we're going to have a whole session on Google Ads, where we are going to be showing you, a lot more deeper into what Google Ads are, into what search engine optimization is. We are going to be looking at smart campaigns, you know, and expert mode campaigns. We're going to be looking at all that in detail. I think it's the last session or the session before the last session, right? So search engine optimization, you can rank to the Google search. It takes time for you to rank to the first page. While search engine marketing, you can come to the first page almost immediately, right? Yeah, so getting started with search engine marketing. Search engine marketing is done on Google Ads, right? So then we drop the link for Google Ads, ads.google.com. So when you click on ads.google.com, or when you head on to ads.google.com, you can start your journey for search engine, optimization. And of course, when you start your journey, you have to pick the right keywords. Picking the right keywords because, well, it depends. If you're running your ad, there are two ways of running ads, right? Google Ads. There is usually what we call the smart campaign and the expert campaign. We're going to be looking at those in detail when we're going to be having the session on Google Ads, right? There's a smart campaign and there's the expert mode campaign. Smart campaign usually is when you're not very versed with the whole process, and so you want people to do the whole work for you. That's the whole idea of smart campaigns. But the expert mode campaign is when you're versed with the process and you want to, do the whole work yourself. So we're going to be looking at that, and also you should write a compelling ad copy. Compelling ad copy. Before you write a compelling ad copy, you have to do your keyword research, and of course, we're going to look at all of that in the Google Ads session, right? So let's look at some tips, some search engine marketing tips. What you want to do is you want to optimize your keyword list, right? So you can use your Google keyword planner, or you can use the Google Trends or SEMrush and many other tools, to optimize your keyword list. Make sure that your keyword list is updated, right? And also you have to boost your ad with extensions. Extensions meaning that how do you want people to get to you, right? You have to define how you want people to get to you. Is it through? Should they fill a form? Should they get to you via email? Should they request for something? You have to define all of that, right? And of course, you have to connect your analytics account to your ad account, because your analytics account will help you analyze the progress of your ad. And of course, that with the Google Ad account, you can do some analytics, but then the analytics account will give you a lot more details. So you have to head on to analytics.google.com and then connect your analytics account to your Google Ads account, right? Connect your analytics account to your Google Ads account so that you can monitor the progress of your ads, right? Yeah, so we've come to the second pause for questions. I'm just going to go in the chat to see if we have any questions, right? So Isaac Otikiro is asking, how do I attract customers to follow my business on social media? That's a very interesting question. Thank you so much for that question. And of course, if you have other questions, please make sure you put them in the chat. So, how do I attract customers to follow my business on social media channels? Okay, Isaac. Isaac, could you please help me with what business you're doing? Right? Do you have a business? If you have a business, could you please help me with the products or the services that you offer, so that I could give an advice that is more customized to your business. But however, well, we're going to have a whole session on social media marketing, right? Social media marketing. I think it's the session after this, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you've had it already, but then there is a whole session on social media marketing. And the way to attract customers on your social media, first of all, you need to have a page, right? I hope you first have a page, not a profile, but a page. The difference between a profile and a page is that a profile, you have friends, while a page, you have followers, right? And of course, today it's possible to convert your profile into a page, right? It's possible to do that. Yeah, so once you create a page, the next thing you want to do is to make sure you create your brand identity. Work on your logo, work on your colors, well, your graphic chart as a whole. That will define your logo, your colors, your fonts, and many other things. Now, most times you can head on to canva.com to have a free logo, or you can pay somebody, to work on a graphic chart for you, right? You can pay someone to work on a graphic chart for you, right? You can do that. And also, um, once you do that, it means that you now have a page. You have now put, your logo. You have now put your settings. You have put your banners, your social media banners, your profile pictures, your cover pictures. You have done all of that. The next thing to do is to create content. And you see, content is so important. Content is very, very, very important. You know, I hope you can hear me. So I feel like I just missed connection. So content is very, very important. Personally, I've created, a page before, or I've worked on some pages where I didn't do any sponsor, I didn't do any advert, I didn't go to any Facebook groups. Just by creating content on a daily basis, right? I was able to make money just by creating content. So content is very, very important. You have to make sure that you create content and you create the content consistently. So after that, now you could now start running adverts, to make sure that your content can reach out to a higher number of people, and of course, you will get customers, right? You will get customers. So I hope I was able to answer that question. So let's look at how to build, you know, your digital marketing strategy, right? What are the components of your digital marketing strategy? What are some components, of your digital marketing strategy? Okay, so what are some components of your digital marketing strategy? First of all, you have to define your business goals, right? What is your business goal? You have to define your business goal, right? What do you want to achieve? And what do you want to achieve in 6 months, in 1 year, in 3 years? You have to be able to define that. Because, of course, as always, you have to define a large goal and then break it down into monthly, weekly, and daily goals, right? You have to define that. For example, if you tell yourself, I want to make 1 million, you know, for example, if you tell yourself, I want to make 1 million in a month, that means that you have to make 250,000 a week, meaning you have to make uh, you have to make 50,000 a day. That's if you work 5 days a week, right? So you have to define all of that. So once you define that, you also have to define your target audience, and most times for those who have customers already, it's quite easy to define your target audience when you already have customers, right? Because you can just look into your customers, look for those that give you a lot of money, uh, that are frequent, and that don't give you stress. Because sometimes a customer can give you money but stresses you out. You don't want to focus on that kind of customer, so you want to focus on those that are frequent, give you a lot of money, and don't give you stress. And you want to, see if you could get more people like them, right? Because it's easier, to achieve that when you already have customers. But then if you don't have customers, what you can do is you can, look at your competitors. Like we always say, your first customers are always with your competitors. So you can go to your competitors and see what they are doing, and see the kind of people that follow them, and it can give you an idea of who your target audience is. The next thing you want to do is to select the digital marketing channel that you're going to use. Are you going to use search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, display marketing? What channel are you going to use? You have to be able to define that, depending on your product or on your service, right? Sometimes people will ask me, how do I know which channel to choose? Well, if you don't know which channel to choose, what you could do is, use many channels for a start. So for a period of 1 month, you can tell yourself, I'm going to use all the channels. And then after 1 month, you can evaluate the channel that gave you more returns, right? And you can focus on that. But so another thing you have to define is your content strategy, right? You have to define what are the kind of things I'm going to be creating content on. So you have to ask yourself, what are the challenges that my audience face? What are those things that if I tell my audience, they will be happy about it, they will learn, right? So you have to define all these things, right? And of course, start creating content and creating content consistently. When we'll be looking at social media marketing, we're going to be telling you, how that you have to create content at least 4 times every week on social media, right? Or even every day, right? And we're going to be looking at that in more detail. But then you have to make sure that you create content, especially if you want people to follow you. I mean, just think about the people you follow online. I'm sure many of us have people that we follow online. Why do we follow them? We follow them because they add value to us. And so you cannot, people will not follow you if you're not adding value to them. So you have to make sure that, you know, you're creating content that's adding value to people. And of course, you have to define your budget. So your budget will usually come from your plan and from the strategy that you have in mind. Because if you want to have 20,000 followers in 1 month, guess what? You have to be ready to spend. And you can, spend on adverts, spend maybe on recruiting a community manager, spend maybe on, contacting an influencer, posting your content on an influencer. Depending on your plan and your strategy, you will have to define a budget. And of course, you have to be able to measure the progress of your advert. And one of the ways you can measure it is by having, using your social media insights or creating your analytics account or your Google Search Console account, right? Those tools will help you analyze uh, your progress. So creating business goals, you have to define what's your business goal. I want to create more awareness about my business to make sales and attract new customers, right? Those are the things I want to do, to make sales and attract new customers. And of course, you have to define them. How much sales do you want to make? How many customers do you want to have? You have to define them, right? So you have to align your business goals with your online objectives. Especially well, if you're a company that already has a physical business, you want to ask yourself, what's the general goal of my business, right? And then how can I align my online objectives to my general goals? You have to define that, right? So what's your business goal? Do you want to sell more products? Do you want to increase repeat clients? Do you want to increase your awareness? Do you want to increase customer loyalty? So now that you have defined that as your business goal, you now have to ask yourself the question, how can I achieve this business goal, right? Do I have to, increase website traffic? Do I have to increase, social media impressions? You have to create loyalty cards and discount offers in order to achieve those goals, right? You have to define all of that. So your target audience, define your target audience. Where, for example, here, I want to target audience in my local community within the age of 25 and 45. So I'm specific about where they are and about who they are, right? Both male and female interested in food and beverages. You see that I've even specified their interest, right? And this kind of stuff will be very important, especially when you want to run adverts, right? So what channel am I going to use, right? Am I going to use social media channels, search engine marketing, search engine optimization, display marketing, email marketing, content marketing? What are the channels I'm going to use? I have to define that, right? So content strategy, my audience relates to videos and carousels post more. They are mostly online Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now, these are information you only get from your insight, right? You only get this kind of information from your insight. And how do you know that your audience relates most with videos? It's if you start posting videos, So content strategy, most times you're going to understand your content strategy after you've created content for some time. Most times you're going to create content for a period of at least 1 month, and then you're going to find out, oh, okay, this is the kind of content that people like the most. This is the kind of people that the content that people love the more. And so I'm going to create more of such content, right? And of course, budget and resources. So depending on your product or on your service, you'll be able to define, your budget, or depending on your strategy or the goals that you want to achieve, you will have to define your budget, right? And this is very, very important. And of course, your objectives have to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound, meaning that you have to create specific objectives. Don't just say, I want to make money. How much money do you want to make? And how do you plan to make that money? You know, that's very, very important. And when do you plan to make that money? Very, very important. So, measurement, you know, tracking your performance. Now, this is going to be, you're going to see a lot of these things in your insights and in your analytics account. You have to define your metrics. You have to use analytical tools, right? You have to regularly review your data, right? You have to adjust, your data according to the need. You have to amplify what works. For example, if you do a certain strategy and you find out, or if you draft your strategy plan and you find out that there is a particular strategy that seems to work more or to work most, you want to focus on that, and you have to keep tweaking your strategy to meet up with market demands, right? Yeah, so we've come to the last uh, phase of our questions, right? If you have any questions, please let me know in the chat, right? Apart from that, I think Udeme could drop the attendance form in the chat. Udeme, could you please drop the attendance form? Of course, if you have any questions, I'm all ears for questions right now, right? So if you have a question, please let us know in the chat. If not, we've come to the end of our session. Udeme could help us drop the attendance form. Uh, don't know if it's here. So apart from that, we've come to the end of our session. Thank you so much for for being present. Thank you very much. If you have questions, uh, please feel free to ask them right now. So I'm open to questions. Yeah, so I'm open to questions. The attendance form has been dropped. Thank you so much, Udeme, for dropping the attendance form. Make sure you fill the attendance form and fill it with the right information, since it's from that information that you're going to have your certificate. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the session. Hope you were able to learn something. Thank you so much, and see you during the next session. Please don't forget to fill the attendance form. Bye bye.